backbending flow to lengthen, strengthen, and energize the body and the spine. So it's in all levels, full body flow, full body recharge, helping us to let go and move this life force energy through our spine. All right, moving any blockages in the spine, in our energy flow, to be more connected, to be more healed, to be more grounded, to be more centered. So just beginning with the breath, beginning in your seat, sitting up nice and tall, inhaling through the nose, exhaling back out through the nose. Inhale, fill the deep low belly, fill the diaphragm, then the chest and heart. Exhale, release the breath back out from the chest, then the diaphragm, belly draws in. One more time, inhale, fill, expand, lengthen, exhale. Belly draws in and up. Settling in on an intention today. Maybe it's I am love, I am light, I am happy, I am grateful, whatever positive affirmation or intention you would like to cultivate in your life, on and off your mat. We're going to begin on our hands and knees in tabletop. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, flat back, table. We're going to start in a spinal balance. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, root down through the heel of your hand, spread the fingers, anchoring down through the pads of your fingers and your knuckles. All right, so we don't dump into the wrists. Knees and feet are hip width apart. We're going to straighten and lengthen our back left leg, back left side. Inhale, right arm reaches forward. Fingertips reach forward. Shoulder, elbows up with the ear. So really reach that right arm up. Inhale here, exhale, belly in, round the spine, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Belly draws in. Inhale, reach, lengthen, extend. Exhale, belly in, round the spine. Inhale one more time, reach, lengthen, extend. Exhale. Squeeze it all into the center line. Right hand meets left. Left knee meets right. Happy cow. Sway those hips from side to side. Left arm reaches forward, elbow with the ear. Right leg reaches back. Inhale, so hips stay square. Drop that right hip bone down. Making a footprint towards the wall or whatever is behind you. Inhale. Reach, lengthen, extend. Exhale. Belly in. Round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale. Elbow to knee, chin to chest, squeeze it in, belly draws in. Last one. Inhale, exhale, left hand lowers down, right knee lowers. Happy cow, just sway those hips from side to side. Downward facing dog, we're going to tuck the toes. Pressing into the palms, lift the hips up and back. Pedaling out the feet, gently bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg here. Chest is going back towards the thighs. The gaze can go back at the navel or back at the feet. Couple of breaths in your first downward facing dog. Any organic movement is fine. If you want to bring the shoulders forward, coming into our bear pose, hovering the knees and straightening the legs, sending the heels back, the chest back. You can bring the shoulders forward. Send the heels and hips back one more time, or just pedaling out the feet, or just breathing in your downward facing dog. We're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. The hips stay squared. The back foot is flexed. And we're going to stack our right hip on top of our left hip. Feeling that length through the right side body, through that outer right hip. And then we're going to bend the knee. So right hip stacks on top of left. You can gaze up. Then we're going to straighten that top leg, and then we're going to bend the knee back. Straighten, Flex the foot, bend the knee. One more time, straighten, flex the foot, bend the knee. We're going to flip our dog. So we're going to drop our right foot out to the right, lifting the hips up to the sky. That right shoulder lifts up. So we reach up with our right fingertips, broadening through the collarbones. Lift the hips up so you can really reach your fingertips back or up, broadening here through the chest and in the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, flip it back. One-legged down dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Back foot stays flexed. Hips are squared. Really find your one-legged down dog here. Chest is going back towards that left thigh. Gazing back at the navel. Inhale, exhale, peek forward. Step or float. Right foot up. Belly draws in. Flat back. Low runner's lunge. Extending the spine here. Inhale, exhale. You can take little shifts forward. Rocks back in the heel. Just checking in with that back side, releasing, finding the length of that back heel, left leg. Left hand is going to plant down inside of this front right foot. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Shoulders stack. Spinning sternum up. We could bring this right hand back by the base of the spine, opening up the chest and the shoulder just a little bit more. Little micro movements here. Rocking forward and back if you want to. Sternum spinning up. Gazing up or down. Always checking in with the neck. Right hand frames that front right foot, left foot floats up to meet right. Forward fold, bend the knees, chest to thighs, hang and bind. Lengthening through the crown of the head here. Rooting to rise, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reverse swan diving the arms, extending them out by the sides. Inhale, mini back bend. Elbows up with the ears. Bring the elbows back a little bit further. Really lengthen up to the sides of the body. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, passing through that center line. Releasing the hands down, out in front of you or to the shins. Even the thighs. The hands can come up to the thighs or a block. We're just extending the spine in this number 7 shape. Tabletop back, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jumper, float to high plank pose. High plank goes to low, first chaturanga. Press it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts. Hips are squared. Back foot is flexed. Then we stack the left hip on top of the right hip. Then we bend the knee. Point the toe. You can point the toe or flex the foot. Okay, bending the knee. Keeping that left hip stacked on top of the right hip. Should feel pretty good. Straighten that leg, bend the knee. Stacking the hips. One more time. That's the difference between our stacked hips and our squared off hips. Stacking them up. And then we're going to flip the dog here. So we're going to gently, gracefully step this left foot behind the right. Lifting the hips up to the sky. Reaching up with those left fingertips. Broadening, really opening up through the chest here, through the shoulders. Lift those hips up a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, flip it back over. Left hand meets right. One-legged down dog. That left leg stays lifted. Hips are squared. Back foot is flexed. Inhale here, peeking forward. Exhale, step or foot. Left foot up in between the hands. So use your strong core. Belly in. Flat back. Low runner's lunge. Find your low runner's lunge. Extending the spine here. Any micro movement is fine. Checking in with your body today. Your hips, your knees, everything. What are they saying? How are they feeling? We're going to plant the right hand inside of the left foot and stack the left shoulder on top of the right, finding a twist. All right, so shoulders can stay stacked here, or we can bring the left hand by the base of the spine, intensifying our twist, so opening up the chest just a little bit more, gazing up or down, but we keep the sternum spinning up. Checking in with our neck. Any micro movement is fine. It's great to find some organic movement in these postures. Getting into the little tiny crevices of your body. Inhale, exhale, framing the front left foot. Step it back, high plank. High plank goes to low. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Cobra legs rest, or they engage in lift, upward facing, exhale, downward facing. Pedaling at the feet here, gently bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. Looking forward, we're going to step, jump, or float to standing at the top of the mat, forward folding, chest to thighs, hang and bind. Root to rise, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, reaching the arms up and overhead, inhale. Back bending if you want to. Forward folding, swan diving down, you can pass through the center line or extending out through those fingertips, leading with the heart, leading with the chest, coming forward. Inhale, flat back for length, number 7 shape, flat back. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump, float, high plank pose, bringing the shoulders forward. You can practice your jump through. High plank goes to low, lowering down to the mat, or hover in a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Extending the spine of the pelvis here. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to step our right foot up in between our hands at the top of the mat so we can lift that right leg. Gracefully stepping, floating it up back to our low runner's lunge. And this time we're going to drop the back knee and foot down, untuck the toes, and sweep the arms up, grounding our crescent lunge here, our crescent warrior. And we're going to turn this into as much of a back bend as we can. So we're going to keep the elbows back with the ears, bring the elbows back, sternum lifting up, and look up, reach up and look up. So you're kind of reaching back and up, sternum lifting. Inhale, exhale, bring hands to heart center. Bring it back to the center line. We're going to take a bind. So our left hand is going to reach around for the top side of the left foot, bending that back knee. So you could bring a blanket there or roll your mat up underneath the knee if it's too much pressure on the knee. And we're going to reach the right arm up to the sky and once again, back bend here. Heavy in the hips, sink forward into your lunge, right knee over right ankle. Exhale, release. It's a balancing challenge there as well, depending on what you're sitting on. So we're going to go back to low runner's lunge, extending the spine. One more time. Left foot floats up to meet right. Forward fold. Bend the knees, chest to thighs. Hang and bind. Sway from side to side. Rooting to rise. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reverse swan diving the arms. Reach them up and overhead. Inhale. Back bending. Exhale. Forward folding. Lengthen number 7 shape. Gaze goes forward. Or the space in between the eyebrows or the tip of your nose. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump, float. High plank pose. Optional flow here. You can immediately go to down dog, or otherwise high plank goes to low. Or we drop down to the knees, lowering chin, chest, and heart. Sweep it up, cobra pose or up dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts this time. Looking forward, step or float, left foot up in between the hands at the top of the mat, low runner's lunge. Rounding the back knee and foot down, untuck the toes, sweep the arms up, finding our back bend. Hips and pelvis coming forward as we reach back, up and back. Throat opening, heart lifting. Inhale, exhale, bring it back into the center line. Find your center of gravity. Find your gaze, your drishti. Bending that back right knee, reach the right hand around for the top side of that right foot, finding a bind. And maybe you stay right here, okay? Or we still want to be in our lunge, right knee over right ankle. You can sink forward, heavy in the hips, and then reach the left arm up to the sky, reaching up and back. Challenging your balance, keep your focus. The drishti helps us to keep our focus, so our gaze point. Keep that inner concentration. Inhale, exhale, release, let it go. Framing the front right foot, low runner's lunge. We plant the ball of our back right foot floats up to meet right. Left, forward fold, bend the knees, chest to thighs one more time. Hang and bind or bind your ankles here, bending the elbows, folding yourself in half. So just as much as we want to forward bend, we want to have the flexion in the spine to back bend. The mobility in the spine, flexion of the spine, right? So forward and back. So that's what we're doing in this flow. Forward folding and back bending. So we're going to bring our feet hip width apart or 2 fists width. We're going to bind our peace fingers with our big toes here. Peace fingers bind big toes. Bending the elbows, fold yourself in half. So if this is hard for you, bend the knees. Bring the chest to the thighs. Bring the crown of the head down to the mat. So lengthen through the backside of the neck and the crown of the head. Bend the elbows and fold. Then maybe try to gently straighten the legs a little bit more, bringing the chest to the thighs. The forehead towards the knee or the chin can reach down towards the shins. Bend the elbows, bend the elbows, bend the elbows. Lengthening through the feet here. The whole back side of the legs, the whole entire back side here is lengthening out. Inhale, lengthen, find that number 7 shape, flat back, release it. Exhale, we're going to go to big toe to wrist posture. So we're going to plant the top side of our hand underneath the foot. So top side of the hand presses into the mat. The big toe presses into the palm, big toe to wrist. Bring the toe up to the wrist. Same thing on the other side. Feet are still hip width apart. We haven't moved them. Big toe to wrist. Bend the elbow. Shift a little bit of weight forward into the ball of your foot. Bend the elbow and fold yourself in half. This is also a really nice wrist stretch, forearm stretch. Let the crown lengthen, the crown of the head lengthening out. You can always put a soft bend in the knees here, chest to thighs. Inhale, breathe into the spine. Breathe into the neck and the shoulders. Bend the elbows and fold. Release. Bending the knees, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Reverse swan diving the arms, reaching them up and overhead. Back bending if you want to. Inhale. Exhale, we're forward folding, passing through that center line or swan diving down. One more time. Inhale, flat back for length. Gaze goes forward. So big toes can touch here or feet can be hip width apart. They continue to be hip width. But we never want the toes out and the heels in. We'd rather keep that energy more into our center line. We're dispersing the energy more outward when we unconsciously stand with our toes out and our heels in. So bring them pointed forward or touching, big toes touching. Lengthen, inhale, number 7 shape. Gaze goes forward, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, jump or float. High plank goes. High plank goes to low. Hover in a low plank, sweep it up, cobra or up dog. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths here, maybe pedaling up the feet once again, bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. You can gaze under the opposite armpit. Coming up to our chair pose, standing up in between the hands at the top of the mat, bending the knees, sinking the hips low. Not allowing those knees to go in front of the toes, tailbone towards the heels, elbows up at the ears, palms face, or touch, or go to prayer, heart center. Spread the toes, lift the toes off the mat. One more breath here. Inhale, exhale, we're going to shift it forward into the balls of the feet and hover the heels off the mat. One more time. Shift it back, spread the toes, lift the toes. Inhale, hover, exhale, heels lift. Last one, shift it back into the heels, spread the toes, lift the toes. Playing around with our distribution of weight. Lift the heels, forward fold, let it go. Let something go. Root to rise, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Reverse swan diving the arms, reaching them up and overhead. Inhale, exhale, center line, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so we're going to find our way here to our peak pose, our back bend. And this is what it looks like. So we're in standing. We're going to bring the right hand, so beginning with the right hand supporting the low back. Okay, so just rest it there around here. This is considered the sacrum area. Contains the most water in the body, so it's sacrum. It's a sacred place in the body. But we bring our right hand to the sacrum, the base of the spine or that low back. Okay, and we're going to reach the left arm up to the sky, and then we're going to lift our sternum up and reach back. Feet are hip width apart. Sternum lifts up, reach back, 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 and maybe you stay here, or this right hand can walk down this back right leg. Going back a little bit further, reaching the left fingertips back. Hips forward, pelvis forward. Coming up. Tadasana, hands go to prayer. So when you come up, you can bring the hand up to the low back to support that low back. Okay, back to the sacrum. Other side. Left hand comes to support the base of the spine or that low back. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Elbow up with the ear. Shoulder, elbow in line with the ear. Hips forward, sternum lift. Reach back, hips forward. Maybe the left hand walks down the back leg.